Hello, welcome to the crafting table. We're going to be playing some 7 Days to Die, the Ravenhearst mod. So that's this here, Ravenhearst Reborn. I just call it the Ravenhearst mod, but so we're going to be doing it in the standard vanilla map Navezgane, which may or may not be a good thing. I'm going to set this down to a 90-minute, 24-hour cycle. So that way the nights are a little bit shorter. I'm just going to keep it on standard stuff. The mod makes it hard anyway, so no need to mess with any of this, I don't think. No loot respawning. The daily quest limit, I set it to 4. I probably won't be doing a whole lot of questing until I get a vehicle. Like a actual vehicle, not just the bicycle. Multiplayer doesn't really matter too much. Claim size, I guess 41. Doesn't really matter, I don't think. Yeah. Max spawned 64, max animals 50. All this stuff, just gonna leave it the same. No headshot only. That would just be awful, I think. And again, the mod is hard enough as it is. So we're gonna go ahead and jump in. Okay, we are in the game now. Alright, so we gotta open the challenge window. And yeah, the challenges aim to guide you through the fundamentals and all that good stuff. So redeem that, and then read basic journal, book completed. So I think this is the basic journal. Yes, it is. So there are quite a few new ways to survive in this world. Going through the basics is important. Finish this line to advance to your journal. Welcome to Ravenhearst. This is the beginning of your starting quest. Track this to advance through your opening quest, and you will complete your challenges along the way. Your class selection is extremely vital to defending against the undead. Opening your starter kit also provides you with basic items to survive. Open the starter kit and acquire your class selection. This will complete the objective in your challenges. Then use the personal work table after it is made to craft a class and read it to gain skills and a weapon. So gather class selection. Let's see, starter kit. There it is. And then we have to make our little journal, or our personal work table. This one has a personal work table that you have to make to be able to craft things, even everything but the most basic of things, basically. So we're going to get some plant fiber, and we need some cotton as well, so there's one. Let me see, do I actually have points to begin with? No, I got to go through the whole thing first. Because I would get living off the land is a pretty good one to get right out of the gate. I'm just going to go ahead and collect quite a few of that, and then some fiber cordage. Let's see, what is it, 5 of them? Yeah, 5 of them. 5 of those, and we'll keep an eye out here, try to find some more cotton. Like over here. Need 8, which is a lot, to make a bedroll. So we gotta find more cotton, basically. And try to hit up these nests wherever you can. Pretty important. You get eggs, bone fragments. And see this line here below the different types of food. Your food does spoil, so you have to keep an eye on that. Oh, good, some berries. That's a good thing to grab. And some nuts. Berries and nuts are extremely important in the beginning of this mod, because that will save you quite a bit as far as hunger and thirst. Found a cooking weekly. Good. Some coffee, which we're just going to leave in there. Don't have the means to make coffee anyway, so we're just going to leave it there. Might come back to it if we're ever back this way. As you can see, it takes quite a while to open things as well. These, we want to hold on to these trash bags. That will make it to where we can actually make some storage. There's some more cotton right there. I want to hit all those nests as much as possible because we want the feathers. We'll be working on using a bow. Pretty useful early game weapon. And we'll end up going after these stumps. There's a lot of missions, quests, whatever you want to call them, in the beginning that require a lot of different stuff. It's pretty involved. Alright, so we can make a bedroll. Let's get that done. Alright, and then we gotta place it. We'll go ahead and pick it back up, because we are not sleeping out in the open like this. So now we need sticks. More cordage. So let's go ahead and make the cordage now while we search around for some sticks. Or at least bushes that can give us sticks. There we go. And I think I have kind of an idea of where I want to go to. It should be a pretty good spot. So we're going to make ourselves the personal workbench. Just waiting on that. Finish, there we go. And then we'll place it. Now we need to make a stone axe. So we need more sticks, more all kinds of stuff. Just more of everything, basically. More cordage. There's our sticks. Now we need stones. Find those easy enough. But I have a basic idea of where I want to go. One second. I'm just going to go ahead and shut off the in-game music. It's just kind of looping in and on of itself, like kind of repeating the same. It's almost like a broken record. It's like skipping, which is weird. But, alright, so let's get back to our crafting table here. We need to make 5 sharp stones. Let's go ahead and do that. Make our 5 sharp stones. Alright, awesome. And then we have to make a primitive handle. Like that. And a stone axe tool head. And when you're doing these things in this mod, you have to keep this open. You have to keep the crafting window open, otherwise you will make the thing without advancing the mission. So, alright, so now we got our stone axe. It says to gather wood logs and sticks and all that. First thing I'm going to do is gather that trash bag. And we're just going to go ahead and leave the lead. We really don't need any of that stuff. So we need logs to make wood. And we're going to go ahead and collect the logs from the stumps, because we need the honey out of the stumps as well. Most of the time you'll get honey out of the stumps. I want to venture to say 100% of the time, but I'm not 100% sure about that. So and there it is. I'm not 100% sure about that. Or it doesn't give it to you 100% of the time, as you can see. I think we'll need some extra. Alright, so then we need wood, which can be crafted at the workbench, personal work table. Wood. Alright. And we should be able to get, yeah. So, makes 2 each time. So there's that. And then this should make 3 per one. So now we're making the sticks. Okay. Now we need to make a stone pickaxe. However, I believe, let's go ahead and redeem all these. What does this say? Punch for fiber. Gather plant fiber with your hands. Then gather small stones. Same thing, probably. Okay. Trash bags. We need to collect trash bags to make the trash bag thing. I believe what we can do here is we can go ahead and pick a class. Could do a hardcore class and make it even harder for us, and we get to kind of just choose what weapon we're going to go with. I kind of like the sound of Brawler. Sledgehammer would be pretty interesting. You know what? Let's be dumb and go with hardcore class. Alright, read it. Set out to prove that you can tackle the apocalypse with help from no one. Your only set of skills are your eyes and ears. So there's that. We got soda and poop. I think it's used for literally nothing. Apparently you can sell it. Actually, I think you could throw it in something. I know you can like throw it in a. Throw it in something. I can't remember what exactly. But we're gonna turn it on hard mode basically. All right, so we need more cordage. So let's go ahead and get the cordage going, and then we'll just go ahead and drink this now because we've already lost some water. Now we need some stones. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's see if that advanced that thing there. Yes, that's how you get that. And what else did we need to get from that? I know, I'm kind of scatterbrained, but, you know. Plant fibers. Is that how you do that? For that one? I guess. I guess so. You need lots of plant fibers anyway. You go through cordage like crazy. Stones. Now we need tree sap. We need tree sap for that other one. We'll probably end up tossing a lot of this stuff on the ground here. And my phone's going off, of course, because I dipped and forgot to turn it off. Okay, we need 4 more stones to get that other challenge done. Oh, there's the last one. There we go. Craft a primitive outfit. Okay. So we got some stuff together. We still need to do this basic survival thing, so let's go ahead and craft the sharp stones in here. So we're going to get the basic survival stuff out of the way. So that way we can move on to the next stuff. Let's see, so we need pickaxe head and another primitive handle. Okay, and now we craft a stone pickaxe. There we go. And we got ourselves a stone pickaxe. And now we have to hit up some of these. Collect some ore. Get coal and iron out of these. I think you might get some other stuff too, like lead possibly, but as you can see, it takes a while. You really got to build up your skills in this mod. Let me go ahead and collect all this, and we'll meet back at the work table. Okay, we're back at the work table here. We need to get some wood and craft some fiber cordage. Let's go ahead and do that in here. Do it like that, and then we'll get some wood. Some wood somewhere. We don't need that much. I'll just go with that much. Alright, and then we need to make primitive outfit. Not really sure how many bones I need. We'll have to check. There's a lot of stuff going on in the journal currently. And then we can wear the primitive outfit. Got that done. Now we need 7 more cordage. Might as well just make all the cordage. But I think it wouldn't advance if we had it up here already. Okay. And now it's hammer, tool head, and a primitive handle. So you can start getting repair tools. So hammers and things like that. Alright, so we got that. And then we need bent nails, wood, and then we need to craft some nails out of the bent nails. So nails you can pretty much rip out of all these different things. As you can see, there's some nails. Pretty important. In the beginning anyway, it's pretty important. Got enough nails, so we'll just go ahead and collect all this wood right here. This will actually give us a decent amount. Okay. Let's check the truck. The van. It's definitely a van, not a truck. Okay, so we got some twine, some duct tape. We'll go ahead and take those. We'll leave the other 2 things for now. I don't really have the ability to make any foodstuffs yet. I need to check something though. Farmer class. I think we get these things afterwards, and farmer class will probably be the one I end up taking. So we need 4 nails. Let's go ahead and just make all the nails, so we don't have 2 different things clogging up the inventory. Alright, so then we gotta make a building block. Kind of your standard fare for this. Building block, and then, you know, upgrade it and all that stuff. Just basically learning how to do that. Gather more cordage. Alright, and then the nails, we'll go ahead and throw that down. I don't know why we needed nails still. What was that for? Don't know. One of these things here. Very much so. One of those things. Campfire, it wants us to place it, which I don't really want to place it, but we need to get this quest out of the way, this mission, whatever you want to call it, out of the way. Alright, so let's go ahead and break it down then. 'Cause we're not staying here, obviously. Alright, now, we have this thing. I'm going to go ahead and toss out the insects for now. And then let's get these challenges done. Okay, good job, Survivor. You've proved to be capable with much potential. We have marked your map with the nearest White River outpost location. There you will find a trader where you can buy and sell goods and trade stories with one of our friendly citizens. Welcome aboard, Noah. Alright, and the way you, this is how you pick up the work table, is you just smash it. And I'm gonna go ahead and check. I know there is a quest. No, don't share anything. I don't need to share anything. Eat this one right here. Let's go ahead and track that one. So we need to gather nuts and berries, and then we need to create 2 handfuls of each. Which we will definitely be doing as quickly as humanly possible. There's some berries. Berries are pretty easy to see. The nut bush is kind of easy to see. A little bit. I do need a weapon, though. I do need a weapon. I'm not really sure what kind of weapon I should be trying to do here. Let's go ahead and check the weapons. We definitely want to make a bow. Bow? There it is. Primitive bow. So we need sticks. Let's go ahead and make a bunch of that. And then I think we can go ahead and get sticks on around here. We don't need to. Do it a different way. Go ahead and grab some more of that. Okay, and then we can go, let's see, sticks. And I don't know, let's do 21 of them and keep 20 wood. And then we need arrowheads. Let's see, it makes 2 per, so let's go with, I don't know, 25 to make 50 of them. Oh, that's actually perfect. 50 arrows. Should be able to make 50 arrows with that. Now let's go ahead and make some cordage. See what I mean by it's involved. Alright, let's go ahead and make the primitive bow here. Then we'll have to make some arrow shafts. Get ourselves a bow. We're going to throw that on number 2. Alright. And then stone arrows, go ahead and make that. And then we'll go, let's see. What kind of weapon do I want? That's the question. Let's go ahead and get living off the land. We'll need that one. I like the idea of iron gut as well. This might not be a bad idea. It cooks faster, less amount used for the recipe. Lucky looter might actually be a good idea too, because, you know, looting slow is not my idea of a good time. Let's go with Master Chef. Let's actually keep going down this route of self-sustaining for food and such. Finding more crop, basically. It's pretty good in the beginning. Alright, so now we got some arrows. We can go ahead and load up there. And then as far as... Ooh. As far as a weapon... Let's go with knives. How about knives? Okay, we'll have to come back to that once the bones start being made. Bring it back once we have our weapon. Okay, so I actually went clubs. We're gonna go clubs instead. I never really do clubs. It's usually like baton. It's kind of my go-to is baton. But we're gonna go clubs this time around. I think never really mess around with clubs too much, except for maybe the early game. Right, we gotta keep our eye out for more of that. Let's go ahead and turn all these into the handfuls of berries. We're already getting weighed down as it is. That's fun. We've got ourselves a skill point. Not really seeing too much in the way of nuts and berries, except for this one so far. And it seems like our living off the land perk hasn't actually really kicked in yet. It seems. But, oh, there it is. +6. See, that's why I do that. +6. Yeah, we can kind of sustain off of nuts and berries pretty handily in the beginning. Alright, let's go ahead and do all that, too. And then all the cordage as well. Oh, hearing something. Alright, so we've completed some of our quests already. So we just gotta keep heading this way. I believe we kind of have to go this way to get to where I want to be. And I just completely missed. I mean, probably don't really have time to go searching through the trash like this. One kind of cheeky thing you can do is when you do this and you see, oh, I want that, and then you can just go ahead and do that and get an extra one out of it. Alright, here's something coming. Yeah, I knew you were coming. I don't think I have any. Yeah, I can't equip to this. It's too low of a level. Weighed down pretty heavily right now, which is not good. I don't really know what you do with these aside from scrapping for the extra paper. And this will be kind of a theme of the entire thing, is just getting completely overrun by zombies constantly. So I'm just gonna go ahead and skirt past them and keep going. I will attack some here and there. It's funny because this seems like a lot. This is actually not. This is actually not a lot. We haven't even gotten to a town yet, or a city, for that matter. This is pretty tame so far. It takes a while to get to where I'm wanting to get from here, from where I spawned. Found ourselves a book in there, or a magazine. The Firefighter one. Some trying to make our way away from all this crap. The place I had in mind was the... It's a Mo Power right across the street from a... what's it called? I don't really care what's inside some of these things of trash. I just want the... I wish I could search those backpacks right now, because that's the way you increase your inventory, is you find usable backpack items. And that's how you increase your inventory size. But it's a small Mo Power right across the street from a pretty big gas station. And if we can work on clearing out that gas station, that would be a pretty decent spot for our Horde Knights, our Horde base. So basically our main base would be across the street from our Horde base, our defensive base. I would like to put them all in one location. I know that's not exactly what a lot of people do, but kind of like the idea of risking stuff, essentially. Let's go ahead and check this backpack, though. We got Lucky Looter out of that, which is okay. And we are at the trader right now, so I guess we could go in and pop in, have a look, as it were. Am I going to be able to do this before he kills me? Almost. Almost got me. I'm not real. Whoa, what the? This place is already crawling. This ain't good. Take you out. Whoa! Come on in. Be wherever. We know you do that. Alright. Let's go ahead and check these destroyed workstations, see if there's anything useful in them. Yeah, that would be useful if I had space for it. Yep, all these things pretty useful. I will take the glue. And the next time I'll be able to get glue is... Alright, let's go ahead and check with Wrecked. He's probably not going to have anything for us. Except for maybe a stone shovel.
Everything's for sale. Even
so then we'll go ahead and grab his quest
Don't you have work
that he wants
to
us
do?
to do. But I need to make some executive decisions about stuff in my inventory right now. So sticks gone. We'll turn what's left of that into fiber cordage. Go ahead and toss out the oak seeds, the tree bark. There's a lot of things that I have no use for right now. Right now. Like it has to be it has to be useful now. Otherwise, no dice. Essentially. Yeah, that's new. I've never seen that before. That must be a Ravenhearst Wilderness POI or something. Another Lucky Looter, lead, some seed one, and the Shining novel, which we'll go ahead and turn into paper. I don't know what you can... Did I shoot from way over there? Interesting. Some more trash bags. Boy, this is quite the journey. Oh, a nice lucky hit there. You know, this might not actually be a bad... This might not be a bad location right here. This might actually be a decent spot right here to take. It's next to water, so I could do fishing for food and such. Alright, we got our blunt skill up. Alright, let's make another wood club, because this one's about to break. Okay. Okay. Snap that wood club over that dude's head. Fantastic. Alright. Let's pick this back up. And we're going to go ahead and start clearing this place out. It gets pretty heavy. It gets pretty heavy in this mod. There we go. Take him out. Okay, so I believe that is it. We have cleared out our very own spot. And one thing we definitely want to do is we want... I don't think you can really collect anything off that. Here, let's just go ahead and clean out some of the junk up here. We want to be up here, where it's safe. Mostly. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and make 3 of these trash bag storages. We're going to get the storage all set up. And we'll have some trash bags left over. We'll probably end up making some more. We're going to need a lot of it. Alright, you know what? The torch. We can throw the torch up. Just go ahead and throw it right there for now. Here's some of these challenges. One of them is to hold a land claim block. And we will be throwing that down as well. One thing we do need to do, though, is... I need an empty fertilizer sack. What am I looking for here? Some sharp stones. We need stone axe. Alright, let's go ahead and get down there. Start clearing out some of the some of the riffraff out here. Oh! Sucker was waiting for us. Good. Yeah, see how they spawn like crazy in this mod. It's nuts. You gotta keep your head on a swivel. Okay, so it's mostly cleaned out here now. But what we need to do is we need to go ahead and get rid of any sort of trash that could cause noise, and I might need to turn the gamma up. It's pretty bad. I mean, the brightness rather. It is at 50%, which is kind of its natural state. I kind of want to keep it like that. There are lights around. It'll just get pretty dark. If it gets really, really bad, then we'll take a look at it. But for the most part, I like to keep the settings where they are. Alright, so I got my bedroll down here. So we shouldn't have to deal with any more spawns inside the location, I hope. We're gonna just take our time through here to loot stuff, get as much, get as many trash bags as humanly possible. Which sounds crazy, I know. But that's our only storage solution currently. And these chairs are good for nails and all kinds of stuff. There's a lot of good things in this location that I can use. Got some steel club parts, which is good because we're going clubs. And armored up. Fantastic. Go ahead and break that down, grab the leather strips off of it. A couple more armored ups, and some ink even, which is good. Don't know how that guy even got in here. Now you see this cooler right here. We can actually take it with us, and this will sort of halt the degradation of food a little bit. It slows down. Sorry, had to handle that guy. It slightly slows down the degradation of food, so you can stick food in it. Now these things, we can rip these things off, and it'll actually give us like a block to place down, or we can burn it for fuel, which might or might not be a good idea. Hidden, I think is what that said. Can't be sure. But this does have... You can burn that. And I think it's like 5 minutes? It's actually a pretty decent amount of time for just one, if I remember right. Small chance to mine rare gems from ores. That's a good one to find. And we got a forge ahead. It improves the workstation crafting skill, which is good. Alright, so these cardboard boxes, we're going to clear these out. Just because we need the paper and we'll need the plastic as well, because if we go ahead and look up storage, see how we got tier 0, that's what TO is, tier 0, because it'll go up here. Let's see if we can find another example, T9, so that's like, I think that's the biggest, I want to say that's the biggest storage, but that's a ways off, that's so far, yeah, 200 workstation off. Our next one's going to be cardboard boxes at T1, tier 1. And that's going to require paper and duct tape. So, plastic, I want to say plastic is also used for making glue. I can't be sure, though. Let's see. Glue? Oh, no, it's just bone. I don't know why I thought plastic. Maybe that's a different mod. But we can go ahead and just destroy all these boxes. We got to have something to do during the night. Don't even need to put that in there. We need to do something during the night. I need to keep myself busy, because we don't, there is an alarm clock that you can make, and you can sleep through the nights, but we do not have that ability right now. And currently, if you try and go out during this time, there are some pretty scary enemies that will end you fairly quickly. You can hear them too. there's already something clawing at my door. Oh, there it is right there. There's one of them. It's basically a feral white. They used to glow. They used to have like an orange glow about them. Don't know why that's different. But I will make it a point to try to survive through the night here. Because we have many things that we need to get done the following day. Let's go ahead and throw down that. I want to grab all the... food I was kind of putting over here, or at least the... Okay, it looks like whoever that was banging on the thing downstairs has decided to stop, thankfully. Okay, let's go ahead and get some more cordage. But I'm going to go ahead and keep going, and if anything interesting happens throughout the night, aside from me just kind of building up on what we have here already, I will definitely put that in the video, in the beginning of the next video. But that is going to do it for our first day in Ravenhearst. And just as kind of an aside, the reason why I'm doing Ravenhearst and not say something like Darkness Falls or Rebirth, which are really fantastic mods as well, the reason why I'm doing Ravenhearst is because I really don't see a whole lot of people playing the Ravenhearst mod. Not a lot, anyway. There are a few here and there, I think. But I haven't really seen too many videos on the Ravenhearst mod, so I wanted to kind of show it some support and some love, because it's a tough mod to get into, but I'll tell you what, once you actually start getting through a bunch of kind of like the early game stuff and start, you know, kind of establishing yourself, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of interesting mechanics and stuff, kind of a nice fresh twist on 7 days, which is always a nice thing to find. But anyway, hopefully you enjoyed it, this first little look, and hopefully we'll see you on the next one. Until then, have a great night, everyone.